Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. In this reading I'm looking into the case of Riley Strain. So I'm sure a lot of you have been following this case. Riley disappeared in Nashville, Tennessee, and then 2 weeks later they found his body in the Cumberland River. I hope I said that correctly. Now, believe it or not, I actually have done a few channelings with Riley behind the scenes. And it was quite spooky because I did a channeling the day before his body was found. I think I was picking up on something intuitively there. And in fact, in that reading, I was feeling he was going to be found soon. Sure enough, the next day he was. So obviously I haven't put a reading out. Now, a lot of you have been asking me to do a reading on this case as well. But I've needed more time. Because although in that first reading I did, was quite certain in terms of what happened, I still wasn't quite sure about how he died. Now that's since come out. I've done a channeling this morning. I got quite upset, actually. Tears came to my eyes as I did that. It's very sad. Yeah, now I'm getting shivers. So Spirit is here with us in this reading. We might get some signs, as we do sometimes in these readings. Now, I've got to just share with you all why this is so sad. Obviously I channel through visions, signs, that kind of thing, but I did pull some cards. That was just my cat, by the way, in case you heard a noise there. I did pull some cards. Wow, okay, that card just moved. I don't know if you just saw that. And this card kept coming out for Riley's energy. And this was a few weeks ago that this came out. Now this card can speak about being stuck somewhere, imprisoned. Can actually mean prison, but obviously I'm not getting that for him, but I'm getting that he was locked away somewhere for a while. He couldn't get out of that place. Bear with me if you hear any emotions, but you know it's not easy to do these readings. So yeah, something else that made me think of this card this morning was the latest news that we have on this case. Where now they're saying that Riley's boots and jeans were not on his body, and his wallet as well. And so that screams foul play, obviously, as a lot of you are probably thinking as well, because there's no way the water could pull off cowboy boots. Sorry, but I'm not buying that. This is my opinion only, alleged. But this card popped into my mind's eye, because this came out a few days ago when I just pulled some cards on this case. You can probably see why. I got shivers when I pulled this card again out of the deck. I tried to find it. This person has a shirt on and shorts or boxers, and obviously no shoes there as well. So I believe that in that place where he was kept, either they were taken off of him or he took them off. I'm actually feeling that he took them off to be more comfortable, and that's why they were not on his body. So I just wanted to share that right away, because the reason I started crying was, sorry to say this, but he died alone. I'm getting tears come to my eyes again now. This is so sad, everyone. just the thought of that, the thought of him. Okay, please bear with me a moment, everyone. I'm going to need to pause the camera. Okay, sorry everyone. I just had to sort of ground myself there, so that I could continue with the reading. But it's now very apparent to me what happened. This morning it all sort of pieced together, and why he was left in this building. Now, I know a lot of people think that his drink was spiked in the bar. I also believe that. That's what I'm feeling from my channeling. There was someone in the bar. It's not connected to the people he was with, by the way, his friends. There was someone in there. They took the opportunity and spiked his drink. You can see by the way he's walking and stumbling in the CCTV, drink would not do that to someone. So there's something in his system. Now, why do you think he was left in a building for a while? That's what I want to ask you all here. The message that came through to me channeled was that so the drugs in his system would pass out of his system during that time and not show up. Because when obviously the body's alive, it can, it passes out. So I'm not medical, obviously, as you can tell, but I hope this makes sense. So he was kept alive for a while in this building, and that's why I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe in the toxicology report when it comes out, they're not going to find a trace of drugs in his system. This is how they do it. These people behind this have done this before as well. This is how they do it. I keep hearing that. This is how they do it. This was organised, premeditated. And then, unfortunately, what's even sadder about this is he was then just left there to die. He was alone. And so again, if they look in the autopsy for signs of trauma, how he died, nothing, I don't believe, will show up. It will just be that he passed away, naturally, let's say. They'll probably say that, natural causes. But no water was found in his lungs. That was the other thing that came out in the autopsy, which again proves my point that he died in this building he was taken to that night. So he was alive that night, and he was alive for a while. I'm not quite sure how long. If any of you can share in the comments, how long does it take for chemicals to pass out of the human body? I'm not sure, so I can't really say on that, but I imagine a day or more, a few days. I'm not certain, but that's what I'm getting on how they did this. Now, in terms of who's behind this, this came through to me in my first channeling with Spirit, and the same thing's coming through. That Riley had a relationship in the past. It finished. I believe he walked away from that relationship. But unfortunately, there's something he found out about that person and their family. I'm getting it's linked to that person's family. I keep feeling a female, you see, and I keep getting a relationship. And I'm actually feeling that when Riley broke up from that person, his ex spoke with, I'm really feeling a mother, actually, or a parent anyway. And said what he knew, and that parent decided, we have to take him out. I'm sorry to say this. Due to what he knew about them. Something around money. I'm getting there as well. Corruption. So I'm seeing that's the reason. That person then organised for this to happen to Riley when he was in Nashville. I keep getting 3 energies. So there were 2 energies that night involved, and then the one behind the scenes making this happen. So one of them was in the bar, obviously making sure that his drink was spiked. And then there was someone, I feel, who was tracking him. I keep getting a car was following him as well, actually. And then what happened was he was abducted. At that point where his phone pinged for the last time, he was taken in a car at that point. I believe the bank card that they found, his bank card, was staged. It was to try and make it look like a mugging. This was not a mugging. This was an abduction. It was all planned. They know what they're doing. And then obviously they placed his body in another part of the river to make it look like he'd flowed, down there. But I'm just not buying that, personally. What do you all think? I think a lot of people sense foul play, actually, but I can see how this case could potentially be covered up because of the way they did it. So that's why, it's very sad, obviously. Okay, so I'm just going to see what comes out now with the cards. No question, first of all. Just anything you want me to talk about. Yeah. Wow, everyone. Notice this female holding the pentacle. And I keep strongly getting a female energy behind this. And there's the daughter who I believe, obviously older than in this picture, but who I believe was dating Riley. And this family, her family, are very wealthy. However, the way they've obtained their wealth is, let's just say, corrupt. Wow, she's wearing red shoes. Okay, so this is confirming what I felt, that this person is a member of a society, a secret society. Some of you may know about that society. This comes out in some of my readings. And so they're very, I'm just hearing manipulative coming through here. Powerful, they think, because of the money that they have. Could be quite an older energy, this female. Possibly, 60, maybe 50, 60, potentially. Do you know something, everyone? I wasn't sure whether to say this, but when they found Riley's body, in a different location to where he was last tracked, Nicola Bully popped into my mind. And then I realised, okay, so this is who we're looking at. Similar sort of case. And it's quite interesting because they give themselves away by the way they do this. in quite a few of these cases. When you see the similarities, they must have this like protocol, in terms of how they do it. They know how to get away with it. I also believe there are people within certain roles who play their part as well. For example, in law enforcement, that kind of thing. But I'm now seeing that they're actually quite cunning in the way that they do this cover-up. So it looks like it was an accident. I believe that's what they're going to say when they release the full autopsy. I know the parent, was the mother, pushed for another autopsy. So yeah, I feel she's sensing something there, and I would say she's correct. I feel a lot of people are. Now, we might continue to see more of these type of stories, by the way, in the press. And then people, because I'm seeing a lot of people awakening out there, people are going to piece it all together and say, hang on, there's a similarity here. So this person might have sons as well. Yeah, these two sons could have been involved in this. By the way, when I do these channelings, when I use cards, it's more for the image. It's not always like the meaning. Although this card can show wealth, though. Just thought I'd share that with you, because as you can tell, I actually do channel spirit. I don't just read cards. Yeah, again, we've got a female energy who was behind this. This female was at a distance, but she put all the plans together. And there were two people. So we've got a partnership coming out with that card. Two people who worked to make this happen in Nashville. This female thinks she rules the world. Look at how she's holding the world there. Confident. Thinks she's got everything. Even here we've got this quite sort of laid back, like, oh, I own everyone, I own everything, I can get what I want. That's the energy I'm getting for that female. We don't even know who that female is. But I'm wondering if anyone knows, maybe viewing, about an ex-partner of Riley's, who comes from a wealthy family. Might be worth doing some digging for anyone who wants to do so. Yeah, Spirit's agreeing, saying yes. Do some investigating. Communicate with his friends, people who are close to him, and something may come out. Because I really believe we need more like investigating in terms of his past. Because I keep getting this with someone from his past. It's not someone in his life now. So it's not the partner who I believe, the young lady he was seeing, I don't believe. But you see how these cases work. If nothing comes out in the autopsy, they'll just close this case and that'll be it. Yeah, okay, so I'm just being drawn to this card with the crown. Yeah, not royalty, but someone who's quite high up in that society that they're a member of. So they just think, like I said, they can control everyone because of the power and wealth they have. Yeah, I mean, I'm getting here a manipulative energy coming through again. It's funny, I said that before. And with the money, they just throw money around. Again, we've got 2 coming out there, 2 energies who made this happen. I do feel at one point Riley ran. At the point where he was close to the homeless camp, someone approached him, and I keep feeling he knew that person. That's what keeps coming through to me in my vision. And I feel it's one of these energies who obviously he'd met before. And so he felt quite familiar with them. But then I do feel like he kind of felt uncomfortable in terms of especially the bank card being taken, because they thought he didn't know what was going on, but he did. He was obviously still conscious, you know. There was a bit of a chase, I feel, and then they just like grabbed him. Anything else on that, actually, on the abduction that I feel happened? Yeah, we've got a single gentleman here coming out. Again, look at all the pentacles. Someone quite well off. Yeah, I just keep feeling this is someone linked to this female. So didn't threaten Riley, you know, looking like that. And as I said, I do feel he knew him and knew of him. And here's the other energy, yeah. Very cold energy. Calculated energy. So yeah, I'm getting 2 males there who did this. So that was the person in the car. Yeah, and I'm just being shown this like a building that he was taken to. I'm getting shivers, wow. As I connect with that place, it's an eerie place. Dark, very dark place. A house, I'm feeling. Anything else about that place? Because that would be where the clues would be found. if anyone wanted to go out and investigate. Wow, everyone. I mean, we've got this female coming out again here with money. Okay, so this is a building owned by this female. Okay, got it. So we'd need to investigate. But we got a lot of money, yeah, coming out there. I'm just getting the feeling I got again earlier this morning for Riley. I'm getting shivers because he was alone in that building. He was left alone. Notice again, no shoes. I mean, I know there's no socks there as well. I believe he had his socks on, could be wrong. But we're getting that sign again. Maybe he took off his shoes first and then took off his jeans. Notice how much we're getting money come through here. Money behind these people. And also the reason why this happened to Riley. Now it's quite interesting, we've got a plant here and money. Is that how they get their money? Through drugs, potentially? Something like that, corruption. Yeah, I'm not surprised this card's come out, because this shows someone from Riley's past. And notice the mother and daughter. You can't make this up, because that's strongly what I felt. Female energies, anyway, behind this, and then two males. I feel it's all within the family, actually. What I want to ask is, are there any other people covering this up in different organisations? Yeah, wow. The Hierophant speaks of an organisation, an institution. I got a very heavy energy there come over me as well. So people who are members of this society, that the family are members of, have knowledge, and they're also covering a few things up there. I'm definitely getting law enforcement here intuitively with this card. One or a few energies there, potentially. This is alleged, in my opinion, but that's what I'm feeling. Let's get some more behind the scenes energy. Wow, everyone. You can't make this up, mother and daughter. So this ex-partner close with their mother, shared with their mother, the ending of this relationship, and the mother then set to work to make this happen. That female is a widow, or divorced. Divorced, or, it says widow on this card. So, quite a cold energy, been through a lot, quite confident, but it's just like there's no heart there in terms of what they did. They just did it. Okay, it's interesting. Everything happens for a reason. I'm not sure if you'll hear it, but there's some banging outside. I think someone's doing some construction work. But I'm getting that from that this house is potentially near a construction site. Now I believe there was a construction site near to the area where they found Riley's body. I could be wrong in saying that. So that house isn't that far from there, I'm now getting. That's a divine sign, by the way, when things like that happen. Sorry if you can hear it. Wow, everyone. Okay, I'm getting the emotions again now. It says trap on this card. So he was trapped in that place, stuck, imprisoned. He was very upset because when I connect with him in that place, I get very emotional. I get tears come to my eyes. You might hear it in my voice again. He was alone. I'm so sorry that he had to go in that way. It's awful. So he might have been tied down as well. See, we've got like this trap here. So he couldn't get out. Yeah, and then they just waited. They waited for him to basically pass away in that place. I'm just going to clear the space. I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, so I'm going to now just look at what happens when we get the results of the autopsy. As I said, I do feel I know what's going to happen, that nothing will show up. No foul play, because they won't find anything on his body. But obviously we know differently. I know a lot of people are connecting with their gut feeling, which is good. We've got a dove there for peace coming through. It's interesting, we've got water as well. Yeah, I feel they're going to say he passed away in the water. But yeah, see what I was just saying, High Priestess is saying, trust your intuition. If you feel that's wrong, doesn't feel right, that's your higher self telling you, no, something's not right here. And also just being guided though to the pentacle. Well, I'm seeing that's a pentacle, it's actually a moon, but I'm being shown that's a pentacle, and this female, older again, so with white hair, maybe 50, 60, who has hidden knowledge. This card shows secrets, hidden knowledge. Yeah, so it's hidden. Wow. Seven of Swords is lies, deception, cover up. So we're not going to be told the truth, I don't believe. Notice again the amount of images in these cards with no shoes. That's so interesting. I know he's got jeans on there, but I'm just seeing this as a dark place again, where Riley was kept, and he was like that, very sad. That's what I keep channeling for him. He took his shoes off in that place. First of all, we've got here, I'm getting now, we've got the doctor, the person that does the autopsy. And I'm just getting the cover up there, like they're, if anything does show up, they're going to be shunned, not allowed to share anything that they find. I feel it's to do with the water, because we've got this water around this energy in the ship. So, you know, the fact that there's no water in the lungs, there is an excuse that's been put out there that shows that that is possible for that to happen. But I'm not buying it. What about you? I keep getting drawn to that energy. That's the energy behind all of this. Secret, lies. The cup, I'm getting there, like the drink. But I don't feel anything will show up. I could be wrong. But even if it does, we've got the lies and deception here, showing that, you know, again with this medical professional, that will not be shared, disclosed. Yeah, the Queen of Swords is that energy. Cold, cutting energy, thinks they rule everyone, in control, has money, has power. Same thing coming out. Wow, everyone, we've got a drink here, alcoholic drink showing up. As the reason why Riley was in the state he was in. As a lot of us know, obviously. Can we get any more on that? Does anything come out about... I'm getting a no from this. It's kept. If anything does come out, it's kept behind closed doors. But a lot of us know that it wasn't from the drink. So they may say he was intoxicated with the drink there, but there was something in his drink to make him behave in the way he did. I kept getting a very heavy energy for him when he left the bar, like something had gone in his system and he couldn't control it. Obviously he hit his head, but we saw that on camera. I was feeling left side of his head in the middle, actually, when I channeled him recently. So obviously he was wounded there. That may come out. But drink wouldn't do that to someone. There's a difference between, I'm sure a lot of you will know, if you've seen or experienced it yourself. With drugs, you sort of, or chemicals, so we don't know exactly what it was, you just you lose control. You can lose control. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of displeasure out there when the results come out. That's what I'm feeling. Okay, I'm just being stopped here because, see, we've got this female with money there who made this happen. And this is one of the males who did the job. Basically, there's going to be a bit of displeasure between those individuals. Let's just see why. We've got the authorities, so it could be something that's shared that they're not very happy about, potentially. Let's try and go a bit deeper. It says journey, yeah, so something about where Riley went to. See the car there that I feel was following him, and it's linked to those people. So we got the Ten of Pentacles, the first card we had. Could be something that shows up on CCTV. Remember I said about I felt a very heavy energy. Notice this character here carrying this heavy load. Wow, everyone. That's what I was feeling. And then this other individual who leads him to a car, yeah. Maybe that will be seen. Maybe someone saw something. Yeah, so as I did feel that he maybe ran, didn't I? There was maybe a bit of an altercation there with that energy. I feel someone heard. I feel it was one of the homeless people, actually, who heard that person with Riley. That person was following him. Yeah, wow, you can't make this up, everyone. Look, someone running. This is where he ran from that energy, because see how he's physically touching him. You know, he was taking his money or bank card, and then he managed to run away. But he was stopped, and then we've got transport there coming out, so that's where he was when he was taken. Okay, everyone, I'm going to leave that there, but I really hope this has brought some clarity to some of you in terms of what's come through, what I feel happened. Let's see, obviously, what comes out. What they're going to share with us. I may do a follow-up reading in the future if anything else comes through. Thank you so much to all of you for watching. Sending peace, love and light to you all.